Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm Dr. Swati. In this video we are going to study one of the important topic. If you see the hospital environment, that hospital environment contains lot of microorganisms. That all microorganisms can be pathogenic in nature, can cause the lot of infections. Because of that, increases mortality and morbidity rates in the hospital. So we need to control the infections. As a healthcare workers, we need to control the infections. How we can control the infections means we have to kill the microorganisms. How we can kill the microorganisms means with help of a biocides, or else about the chemical disinfectants. So today our topic is disinfectants. Now we are going to start our topic. The definition of disinfectants. So first you can see disinfectants are chemical agents, or else another name is biocides. The biocides are destroy or inactivate the microorganisms, like bacteria, virus and fungi. So we can see major types of disinfectants. So number one, alcohols. Example is ethanol or isopropanol. So next is aldehydes. Aldehydes examples are formaldehydes and glutaraldehyde. So next disinfectant is halogens. Halogens are chlorine compounds and iodine. So what are the chlorine compounds? Means sodium hypochlorite solution. So this is, we can also say, bleach. So next is iodine. Iodine example is iodophore. Next disinfectant is phenolics. The phenolics examples are phenol, cresol, chlorhexidine. So next biocide is quaternary ammonium compounds. Quaternary ammonium compounds example is cationic detergents. So and last one is heavy metals. Heavy metals examples are silver nitrate and mercury. So these all are the different disinfectants. Number one, alcohols. Next is aldehydes and halogens, phenolics, quaternary ammonium compounds and heavy metals. So now let us see each one in detail. What are the uses of these all disinfectants? First you can see this is an image. This image is isopropyl alcohol. Properties of isopropyl alcohol. Now let us see. So first one you can see it is a skin disinfectant. So isopropyl alcohol can kill the microorganisms which are present over the skin. So before going to do the venipuncture procedure or injection administration procedure, we have to first disinfect the skin with help of isopropyl alcohol. So next advantage is it can also uses for disinfect the metal instruments. So metal instruments like scissors and forceps. So these all metal instruments we have to clean with help of a isopropyl alcohol before going to use to patients. So next, this isopropyl alcohol can also use it to clean them some stethoscopes, thermometers, incubators, etc. So next image you can see this is a formalin, or else another name is formaldehyde solution. So formaldehyde and glutaraldehyde, these two are examples of aldehydes. What are the properties of aldehydes? Means bactericidal, sporicidal, fungicidal and virucidal. So means the aldehydes can kill the bacteria, spores and fungi and some of the virus. So especially like HIV and hepatitis B. So these all virus can become inactivate with help of a formalin solution. The formalin is available as a aqueous form as well as gaseous form. Aqueous form mostly we can use it to clean the metal instruments, example like scissors, thumb forceps, chitil forceps, etc. And also we can sterilize endoscopes and dialysis equipments, etc. So next is gaseous form of a formalin. We can using for fumigation of wards, corridors, ICUs, and operation theaters, etc. So these all are the some advantages of formalin and formaldehyde. So next you can see the glutaraldehyde. So compared to the formaldehyde, it is highly effective and less toxic. So mostly it is using for to kill the tubercle bacilli. Next image you can see here sodium hypochlorite solution. The sodium hypochlorite solution is example of halogen. Okay, so here this is mostly using at hospital to disinfect the HIV infected materials. Okay, and also to sterilize the metal instruments. Okay, so next image you can see cresol disinfectant. Okay, cresol is comes under the phenolic compounds. Okay, the phenolic compounds examples like cresol, dettol, sablon. So these all are the very important to kill the bacterium. Okay, the properties are like bactericidal. Bactericidal meaning is about to kill the bacterium. So here you can see the image. This is the image is bacterium. The bacteria parts you can see means outside layer is a cell wall and inside layer we can see cell membrane. Okay, so next is inside, this is a part we can see cytoplasm. Inside the cytoplasm, so we see the DNA and ribosomes inclusions are present. Okay, so this phenolic compounds, these all phenolic compounds can be acting on the cell wall and cytoplasmic membrane of bacteria and to make a pore formation over the cell wall and cytoplasmic membrane. So because of a pore formation, all the cell contents can be leak out and finally cell becomes shrink. It can cause the cell death. Okay, so like that can kill the bacterium. Okay, so this is the cationic detergents. Cationic detergents are examples of quaternary ammonium compounds. Okay, so these cationic detergents we can also say surface active agents. Okay, so these surface activations can kill the bacteria. Okay, so next image you can see this is a mercury and silver nitrate. So these are examples of salts. Okay, so these also toxic effect on bacteria. Okay, so can kill the. So next we can see classification of disinfectant based on the spectrum. Okay, or level of activity. Okay, so based on the spectrum or level of activity, the disinfectants are dividing into three types. Number one, high level disinfectants. Number two, intermediate level disinfectants. Number three is low level disinfectants. Okay, first we can see high level disinfectants. The name itself indicates high level disinfectants can kill the all the microorganisms including spores. Okay, all microorganisms like bacteria, virus, fungi and spores, these all can be killed by high level disinfectants. Okay, so what are the high level disinfectants examples means like glutaraldehyde and hydrogen peroxide. Okay, so these are very effective against the microorganisms and also it can also kill the spores. So next one we can see intermediate level disinfectants. Okay, intermediate level disinfectants can kill the Mycobacterium tuberculosis and some of the vegetative bacteria and can also useful for kill the virus and fungi. Okay, so what are the intermediate level disinfectants examples means chlorine compounds. Okay, like halogens. Okay, halogens are acting as a intermediate level disinfectants. Okay, but these all intermediate level disinfectants cannot be kill the spores. Very important. Okay, high level disinfectants only can kill the spores, but intermediate level and low level disinfectants cannot be kill the spores. Okay, so next one you can see low level disinfectants. So these all low level disinfectants can kill mostly vegetative bacteria and some of the virus. Okay, so what are the examples means quaternary ammonium compounds. Okay, so quaternary ammonium compounds or surface activations can kill the mostly vegetative bacteria. Okay, so that's all.